Today, I'm going to show you 3 exercises that lower blood pressure as effectively as a pill, and all you need is your own body, a wall, and a chair. One of them is so simple, you won't believe it actually works, but it does, and I'll explain exactly why. There's just one catch. If you jump straight into these without preparing first, you won't help your heart. You'll hurt it. So, first, 3 short but absolutely critical steps. Then, the exercises themselves, step by step. Stick around to the end. The third exercise will surprise you. Right now, you're probably tempted to skip ahead to the exercises. Don't. Let me explain why. Have you ever left a kettle on the stove and forgotten about it? The water's boiling, the lid is rattling, steam is hissing out, and instead of turning down the heat, you push the lid down harder. What happens? It blows. Boiling water everywhere. Your blood vessels with high blood pressure, that's the kettle. And exercising without preparation, that's the hand pushing the lid down. First, turn down the heat, then add the load. And here's the other thing. The typical reaction to a blood pressure scare is, all right, I'm going running Monday. But with a blood pressure of 160, running isn't treatment. It's overload. Your heart is already struggling to push blood through constricted vessels, and you're telling it, go faster. That's a direct path to the ER. The exercises I'll show you work without any impact on the heart, but even those require some groundwork first. So, 3 steps, short but absolutely essential. Step 1, sleep. Charge your battery. When you sleep less than 7 hours, your brain thinks you're in danger. It flips into alarm mode and floods your blood with cortisol and adrenaline, powerful chemicals that constrict your blood vessels. You haven't even opened your eyes yet, and your blood pressure is already at 150. The rule, 7 to 9 hours. Until you charge the battery, there's no point trying to fix the engine. Set an alarm, not for waking up, but for going to bed. At 10:30 p.m., your phone goes off. That's your signal to start shutting down. Put the screen away. Dim the lights. Within a week, it'll become a habit. Without it, every night turns into just 5 more minutes until 1 a.m. By the way, a lot of people can't sleep well, not because they go to bed late, but because they keep waking up at night. Bathroom trips every couple of hours, back pain, a stiff neck. We've got a whole series of videos on our channel about exactly these problems. If that sounds like you, check them out. Links are in the description. Step 2, salt. Drain the extra water. You've heard about salt 100 times, so I'll keep the science short. Salt is a sponge. 1 extra gram of salt holds on to about 100 milliliters of water in your body. You add a little extra salt to your soup, grab a pickle, and suddenly your blood vessels aren't carrying 5 L of blood anymore. They're carrying 5 and 1 2. That extra volume has nowhere to go. It pushes against the walls. Your vessels are bursting at the seams, and your pressure creeps up. And here's what usually happens. You decide, that's it. I'm ditching the salt shaker. You sit down for dinner and realize you're eating wet cardboard. The food is bland, tasteless. Life loses its color. You tough it out for a day, maybe 2, and on the 3rd day, you give up and put the salt shaker right back. Sound familiar? So don't remove it, replace it. Get potassium salt. It's available at most grocery stores. It's cheap and it tastes almost the same. Potassium doesn't hold on to water. It actually helps flush it out. You're not torturing your taste buds. The food stays tasty and the habit sticks instantly. But important note, if you have kidney problems or you're taking potassium-sparing medications, talk to your doctor before making the switch. Second thing, hidden salt. This is where the real trap is. You ditch the salt shaker, but at breakfast you eat 2 full days' worth of sodium without even knowing it. It hides in deli meats, canned food, store-bought sauces, marinades, even bread. At the store, look at one number on the label, sodium, more than 400 milliliters per serving. Put it back on the shelf. 2 simple changes and that's 10 to 15 points off your blood pressure. Free, no pills. Step 3, wait. Your heart is a pump. Imagine it used to pump blood up to a 5-story building. It handled that just fine. Then you put on 40 extra pounds, and it's like someone added 10 more floors to that building. Same pump, same pipes, but now it has to push 3 times higher. What does the pump do? It cranks up the pressure to reach the top. It's working at full blast every second. Simple math. Lose 20 lbs, and your blood pressure may drop by 5 to 10 points. As long as those floors are still there, the pump is going to keep straining no matter what you do. Okay, we've charged the battery, that's sleep. Drained the extra water, that's salt. Started knocking down the extra floors, that's weight. Now, it's time for the heavy artillery. This is what you're here for. 3 exercises that, according to clinical studies, lower blood pressure as effectively as medication, and I'm not going to make you wait. Let's start with the first one right now. You can do it while you're watching this video, sitting right where you are. And while you're doing it, it takes about 2 minutes. I'll explain the science behind why even something this simple actually works. Exercise 1, isometric hand grip. Grab a tennis ball, a hand grip exerciser, or honestly anything you can squeeze. An apple, an orange, a stress ball, a rolled up sock. Look around you right now. Chances are there's something within arm's reach that'll work. Got it? Good. Let's go. Sit comfortably. Relax your shoulders. This matters. They shouldn't be creeping up toward your ears. Take whatever you grabbed in your right hand. Squeeze it with a steady force. About 30% of your max. Not until your knuckles go white. Just a firm, confident grip, like a solid handshake. Strong, but not aggressive. Your hand stays still. Breathing stays calm and steady. Hold the squeeze for 2 minutes. And while you're holding, let me tell you why this works. I need you to remember one name, nitric oxide. It's a molecule your blood vessels produce, and it's the #1 regulator of blood pressure in your entire body. When there's plenty of nitric oxide, your vessels are relaxed, soft, elastic, blood flows freely, pressure stays normal. When there's not enough, vessels tighten up, get stiff, and pressure climbs. The entire fight against high blood pressure basically comes down to one thing: getting your body to produce more nitric oxide. Scientists compared all kinds of exercise, running, walking, cycling, swimming, weight training, and discovered that one type triggers nitric oxide production more powerfully than all the rest. It's called isometric exercise. That's exactly what you're doing right now with that ball in your hand. Your muscles are tense, but they're not moving. Sounds like nothing, right? Here's why it's better than a jog. When a muscle is tense and holding, the blood vessels inside it get compressed. For a couple of minutes, blood barely flows through them. That's happening in your forearm right now. And when you relax, those vessels spring open wide like floodgates on a dam. That's when the magic happens. A massive surge of nitric oxide. It literally washes through your vessels from the inside, forcing the walls to relax and widen. This cycle, tension, release, nitric oxide surge, is what makes isometric exercise so powerful. Neither running nor walking creates this kind of contrast. Do it regularly, and your vessels literally learn to stay softer and more elastic. Blood pressure drops not just for an hour, but systematically long-term. So right now, as you squeeze that ball, your blood vessels are being compressed. Then when you let go, blood rushes back through them. That is nitric oxide doing its job. All right, 2 minutes are up. Open your hand fully, wiggle your fingers, and rest for 1 to 2 minutes. Then switch hands and do the same thing again. In total, do 4 sets, 2 with each hand. Do not squeeze in short bursts. Keep the pressure steady and even like you are holding something firmly in place. That constant tension is what creates the blood vessel effect. Squeeze and hold. 2 minutes of steady grip. Little trick. Squeeze the ball during commercial breaks or while your coffee is brewing. That way, it slides into your routine without any willpower heroics. And don't let the simplicity fool you. Clinical studies show the hand grip is one of the most effective isometric exercises for training your vascular system. Small movement, big results. Now that you understand the nitric oxide mechanism, the next two exercises will make perfect sense. Same principle as the hand grip, but now we're engaging much bigger muscles, the thighs. Bigger muscles means more blood vessels get compressed, which means an even more powerful nitric oxide release when you relax, and you still do it sitting down. No weight on your knees. Sit on a sturdy chair, back straight, pressed firmly against the backrest. Extend your right leg slightly forward, not all the way. Don't fully straighten it so you don't overload your knee joint. Now place your left leg heel area crisscross on top of your right ankle. Now the work begins. Push up with your right leg and press down with your left. You're creating resistance against yourself. Your legs stay still, but the muscles in both thighs are engaged. You're basically fighting yourself. Effort level 30 to 40% of your max. Don't strain until you're shaking or turning red. Imagine you're squeezing something fragile, firm, but careful. And the most important thing, breathing. Breathe evenly and calmly. Do not hold your breath. That will spike your blood pressure even more, and that's the opposite of what we want. Hold the tension for exactly 2 minutes. Then completely relax your legs and rest for 1 to 2 minutes. Switch legs, right on top, left on bottom. Repeat. Total of 4 sets, 2 on each side. Common mistake. People try to push as hard as they can until they're trembling. Don't. The harder you strain, the more you hold your breath, and that spikes your blood pressure. Moderate, steady effort with steady breathing. That's the key. Better to use less force and hold for the full 2 minutes than to go all out and quit after 30 seconds. Now, this is the heavy artillery, the absolute leader in effectiveness. According to clinical studies, it's the most powerful isometric exercise for lowering blood pressure. It engages the largest muscles in your body, which means the biggest nitric oxide surge of all 3 exercises, but it takes more effort, so only move to this one when you're confidently doing the first 2. Stand with your back to a flat wall, feet shoulder width apart, heels about 12 to 16 in from the wall. Press your shoulder blades and hips against the wall. Now, slowly slide your back down, bending your knees. Critical point, you do not need to go deep. Forget about a 90-degree angle. That's for the gym. All you need is a light half squat. Just enough to feel a clear tension in the front of your thighs. No more. That's all it takes to trigger the whole mechanism. Arms at your sides or crossed on your chest. Do not press your hands on your knees. That takes the load off your muscles and defeats the purpose of the exercise. Hold the position for 2 minutes, then slowly stand up. You can use your hands against the wall to help. Rest for 2 minutes. Just walk around the room, shake out your legs, repeat the cycle 4 times. What you'll feel by the end of 2 minutes, your thighs will be burning. That's normal and actually a good sign. It means the large muscles are fully engaged and the vessels inside them are compressed. And when you stand up and relax, that's when the floodgate effect kicks in, a massive expansion of your blood vessels. The biggest nitric oxide release of all 3 exercises. That moment is exactly what this is all about. If 2 minutes is too tough right now, start with 1. Seriously, even 1 minute counts. After a week, add 15 seconds, then another 15. Within a month, you'll comfortably hit 2 minutes. Your body adapts fast when you don't force it. And one more thing, when you stand up, do it slowly. Don't jump up. Getting up suddenly after a long static hold can make you dizzy. Slide your back up the wall slowly. Brace yourself with your hands. Stand still for a couple seconds, and only then start walking. Key rule. Remember this. 1 exercise per workout. Not 3 at once. 1, but with a full 4 sets. Alternate them by day. Monday, hand grip. Wednesday, leg extension on the chair. Friday, wall sit. 3 workouts a week. Each one takes 12 to 15 minutes tops. Start with the first exercise. Once it feels comfortable and routine, in a week or two, add the second, then the third. Don't rush. Consistency matters here, not heroics. After 4 to 6 weeks of regular training, check your blood pressure. Many people see a drop of 5 to 10 points, and that's comparable to the effect of medication, only without the side effects. And the last thing that absolutely needs to be said, everything you just learned, sleep, salt, weight, exercises, these are powerful tools. But if your doctor has prescribed you medication, do not stop taking it on your own. Medication is not the enemy. It's your seatbelt. You can be the best driver on the road, but sometimes there's black ice, genetics, stress, and the seatbelt saves your life. Here's the whole point. When you do the basics, sleep, salt, weight, exercises, your body gets back on track, and then your doctor can lower the dosage. Instead of a handful of heavy pills with side effects, one small pill. This isn't about rejecting medicine. It's about making medicine work for you instead of you working for the pharmacy. If you've already started any of this, drop a comment and tell us which step was the easiest and which was the hardest. Your experience might be the push someone else needs to finally get started. And if you've got someone in your life who walks around with high blood pressure saying, "I'm fine," send them this video. It might be the wake-up call that saves their life. Subscribe so you don't miss the next